Hey everybody, I'm filming from my living room because I something came up and I wanted to talk to you. And there was my birds in the background. So uh, I talk about not letting the world sabotage you and not letting yourself be sort of derailed by things you see because the world will make you its slave rather than you seeing the world as a tool. And that's great as a cliche. It sounds really cool, but what does it mean and how do you really make it work? And I want to show you how, an example, a little tool. So the other day, or actually every day, I went onto my YouTube, uh, my timeline or whatever you call it, my YouTube channels that I subscribe to, and a lot of them were, negative news. Something happened, responding to Captain Marvel and this person and SJWs and this and conservatives, and a lot of it is people complaining about things and wanting to point out to people that this is a bad thing, this is a bad thing. As I'm looking at it, I think to myself, oh, this is a perfect example I can share with you. So, the people sharing these videos, making these videos, there's nothing wrong with them. They are people who feel. They have an opinion about something and they want to share it because they think it is valid. They think it is applicable to us and to the world. And they may not be wrong about that. However, I think to myself when I look at the videos, I go, if I didn't know about this, would I care? Does knowing something about this make my life better? Does knowing this somehow help me? And to be honest, it doesn't necessarily. It's interesting. It makes me feel like, ooh, there's people in the world who agree with me, etc. But it doesn't make a difference in my life. And what you find is these people, right? They have their videos, and that's fine. I'm not complaining about that. I'm not saying that's wrong to make such things. What I'm saying, though, is me taking it seriously, me letting that be the start of my day or define my day or define the view I have of the planet is something that can happen, even if I don't want it to, because that's what I look at, that's what I read, that's what I see, that's what I hear. So it's not as if the world's coming to get you. It's not as if there's evil somewhere and there's this cloud coming to get you. It's that there are real people dealing with real issues. They share those issues. And if you're not careful, those issues become yours, right? And you being angry about whether or not Captain Marvel was a feminist movie or not doesn't make your life any better, at least for some of us, at least not for me. So that's what I mean. So the tool. Anyway, here's the tool to work, to apply. And the birds, I guess, they either agree or disagree. Why are you talking so much, guys? Maybe they're cheering me on. That's what I'll tell myself. So anyway, the tool here is when you're listening to something and it makes you angry or feel righteous or feel good, think about whether or not, if you hadn't heard about that, if you hadn't seen that video or seen whatever it happened to be, would your life be any worse? Right? Does it make a difference in your life? And if that's the case, then the emotional investment needs to be questioned. Right? You say, okay, I'm not going to invest emotion in that. That's interesting to know. Cool. There are people who think that way. Great. But don't invest any emotions in that because it derails from what you happen to be. Now, at the end, I just want to say something and sort of, it's not a criticism of people who make videos because I make them too. So it's actually something that I hopefully is support of this. So there's these people creating these videos. They create followers, people who support them and believe in them. And then they can use that to make a difference in the world. That's what they're doing, right? So for you to see someone's video and be excited about it and follow them, that's great. Follows people you wish to follow. But following someone can sometimes take time away from you leading something that you really want to lead. So if you're going to follow, make sure it's something that you really want to be involved in. Because by being derailed, it prevents you from creating a video or creating a following or creating a support group about issues you find valuable. So the next time you read or hear something, think to yourself, if you had never heard about that, would you be worse off? If the answer to that is no, let it go. And figure out what it is that you believe strongly in and create a following. Use that time to create a following for yourself. I hope this helps. Have a great day. Yeah, they said bye too.